Welcome to Learning Forward Saturday, my weekly show where I meet passionate educators from all over the world. Today we have a communication strategist, a filmmaker, education media specialist, creative educator, one whose work has been influenced and is influencing education. Yes, she loves the learning and development space. Her forte lies in developing original content and message design to drive communication strategies. She has a special place for educational institutions and goes out of the way to understand their communication needs. She has worked in the learning and development space and calls herself using COMBI, which is communication for behavioral approach for effective leveraging of strengths, an advocate of flipped learning, a storyteller. She has developed cutting edge communication learning solutions and training content for corporate social responsibility. Her projects span from schools, teachers, students, young adults, parents, and communities. Wow, Rima, welcome to the show.
Hi, Sandeep. So nice to be here chatting up with you and exploring some mutual synergies which we have together.
Please stay with us. We will be back after a quick commercial break. Rima Chibb, welcome again. Why are you so passionate about education?
Education for me represents connections of various dots which help you understand the world around you and make meaning out of why you're there and how you can become a productive contributing persons now that you're there in the world. So right from when I kind of completed my schooling, I realized that I was very attracted towards getting to know how children behave, how they learn, and doing something which impacts that space. So I got into understand. I did my child development, and then also understood that children are not the only target audience you need to be servicing. As one went deep dived into the various aspects which influence children, and so then I got into women, their ecosystem, what influences their being. Within that, I also realized that I wanted to communicate to them and for them, and also kind of influence the factors which are helping them understand the world better. And somehow that kind of tracked into education, and since that holds the key to them understanding the world around them, so maybe somewhere there. So I also realized that as a communication person, I was very attracted to filmmaking, and I wanted to use the power of audio visuals to do something which brought in extreme value in their space of learning. So that's how I kind of managed to go that direction. And again, very early on, I got involved with this huge experiment which was happening in India, which was by ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization. It was called, I got involved with at my master's level with that project, wherein they were taking satellite, doing early experiments with satellite communications. And there was a village called Kheda, wherein they were making very niche programming directed to children, the families, the communities, and kind of exploring how that programming, how that content which was created would impact the family, the child, the learning, and all of that. And those early experiments helped me understand that we could really use the power of audiovisuals and filmmaking and videos to make a tangible difference in the education space. And that's how,
Thank,
the dots got together and I came in here.
Thank you for joining the dots and sharing how a dot puzzle works.
Yeah.
I like the way you talked about children, how they are influenced, going on to child development, and then maturing as a communication person, move into films. How has the recent period where technology has really transformed, affected your work and how you position yourself as a professional in the space?
Yeah, so one thing which I understood very clearly was the power of using videos for within the space of school education. The and in also in context of upscaling whatever best practices are there, which are sprinkled all over the country. There are great teachers in this environment, and they're doing very good work within their classrooms. But how do you upscale? How do you document? How do you make it easier to share with others who may benefit from just watching a very well documented practice through video? So my experiments were largely in this space of what happens within the classroom. And I was very fortunate to get involved with some a program called Exceed Education, wherein I actually shot videos with the teachers and students within the classroom. We documented a lot in terms of what how learning takes place in a good classroom environment, and that potential somehow, all those reflected in the later works which I would do and which I did in this space. So it started with instructional videos, and then it started with videos which would impact student learning and teacher training as well. And so that's how it kind of grew exponentially.
Thank you, Rima, for sharing with us the role of video powered learning, which has perhaps got a very great potential at the current phase of learning and development. I'm so delighted to hear about your passion and how you use technology for communication. Thank you for sharing your heart with us.
Thanks so much, Sandeep, for chatting up with this. This is actually a subject which I feel very good about. I feel very excited to contribute in this space, and we'll be there. And let's see where the journey takes us from here.